can see here 6 to 7 of the participants. Okay, so I would like to start this very new concept of diversity and inclusion. First of all, I would like to ask from you, but with definitely anybody can participate through the chat. But diversity and inclusion is a new concept, which is very popular worldwide. You all know that in our today's world, diversity is very unique. Diversity means it is any dimension that can be used to differentiate groups and people from one another, and having the opportunity to work with all kinds of different people from different backgrounds and different perspectives. So now here, diversity is something that brings together the mix of different groups, which includes their age, gender, ethnicity, religion, disability, sexual orientation, education, national origin, culture, and generation gap. So diversity is basically to empower the people by respecting and appreciating what makes them different. Now, this is very small thing to see and understand, that it's very obvious that the people came from different backgrounds. And definitely, if we are looking at towards the gender side, there are males and females, there is a distinction. If we look at the race and the religion, even with the people of different educational background, we can see that it seems very normal. But why we are discussing it here? Because in our normal lives at the workplace, when you're going to talk about diversity, it makes a lot of difference in your, it makes a lot of difference while making any kind of decisions, right? When you talk about diversity, then you think what it is all about. I think it's just, you can take the concept of being a chef. As the chef, you are going to collect all the different ingredients to come up with a complete your own recipe. So diversity is just the ingredients which is required to make and come up with a proper final dish. So keeping in view inclusion is being explained as what you want as one of your end product. Inclusion, you can see, is an organizational effort and practice in which different groups or individuals having different backgrounds are, number one, culturally and socially accepted and welcomed, and number two, they are equally treated. So when there are different kinds of people with the different backgrounds, and you are going to induct them in your company, and you are going to hire them, recruit them, and then by recruiting them, you are not going to make them involved within your decision making or within your organizational final end product or your mission or your vision, then you can not take the full advantage of those diverse people. Inclusion means to understand each other. Inclusion is more important than diversity itself, as it is very well understood. Having a diverse culture is one thing, but if we are not open to learn from each other or respect each other, being able to include each other in conversations, then it is useless. What if you are going to have diverse people on ground in your organization, but you are not giving them respect or you are not treating them equally to speak or to be respected or to be valued, then it is useless. So inclusion is very important. Diversity alone cannot do anything. Inclusion or including is not just having a conversation. It's all about being able to understand where the other side is coming from. So keeping in view this diversity and inclusion concept, what we are going to see here is diversity versus inclusion. Whereas diversity brings various perspectives, insights, and experiences together, inclusion creates an environment where the talent can collaborate and innovate to produce great business results. And this is very well known, worldwide, world renowned sayings, which you can see here everywhere, that diversity is being invited to a party and inclusion is being asked to dance. What if you are going to hire people in your organization and let them stand by your walls and not allowed to participate and to give any decision and to give any opinion? What you are going to do with that, all those diverse people? That's useless. So diversity means you are having different kinds of mix within your organization. Inclusion is to give them respect, to respect the opinion of different people who are hired within your organization to come up with a better solution. So here, if you can see in my next slide, what you can understand from all this, what you can see the differences in age, in color, which also shows up their different strengths, religion, ethnicity, everything includes in that, which is a mix of diversity and inclusion. For inclusion, I would like to say, as humans, we all have deep need to be included for who we are as individuals. That means that we want our uniqueness to be honored and at the same time be accepted and valued for our authentic selves. These two elements are the core of inclusion, and there is no doubt that these elements are universal. Across most of the countries, regardless of gender, the sense of inclusion is almost universally understood. Now, this is very important here. The question is why, regardless of gender, why is people or the different diversities, elements of diversities can be included, but the gender cannot be accepted or included? So here it is very interesting to see that the International Institute of Management and Development World Competitiveness Center has found that against almost every global benchmarks, you can see from politics to education, women are more economically excluded than men. Women face institutionalized imbalances such as the wage inequality, unpaid or poor quality work, lack of access to education, and discrimination based on the societal and cultural gender role norms. This looks very normal, but it is really a big thing. There is a gender bias. This disparity is especially evident when we examine the global data surrounding the pay gaps of men and women and the rates of the women holding executive positions and board seats. Have you ever given a thought? The person who is the CEO of the organization, what is he earning? And at the same time, if the female is on board and the same position, what will she get? Why there is a difference in the salary wages? Why cannot they be accepted as much as the men is accepted on the same position? The harsh reality of the global economy is that no one country in the world has closed this gender gap yet. Some countries do better than others, but what we see is the more competitive and economies are also the ones exhibiting lower levels of gender equality. Here, I would like to share a very good example of, and I have felt myself keeping in view the gender bias. If you are, I myself, if I'm traveling in a plane and I came to know that the lady pilot is, taking hold on of this plane. So I would feel so glad. Wow, what a coincidence. See where we are. So there is, with along with this gender bias, there is an unconscious gender bias within each and every one in our society. We feel very happy that the females are here at this place, that they became pilots. But what happened when out of a blue moon, there is a turbulence in your traveling? And then you got scared and you says, oh my God, is this woman going to save us or not? And then again, we immediately think that a part of this, if there is a man, then you will feel relaxed. Yes, he can get hold on this. But for a female, there is an unconscious gender bias within ourselves. We have ourselves not accepted gender as competitive as man. So if you are going to see the rules and the fundamentals of diversity and inclusion, you are going to see that it is very important to create an inclusive workplace. And how can you create that? You can look for advice. You can brainstorm to generate different ideas. You need someone to review your work. And then last but not the least, you need to seek support. And how could this all be possible? How could you make a workplace so inclusive? Only an inclusive leader can do it. And how can we see that? Inclusive leaders are very rare in this world. Now, as a concept is becoming more and more popular, diversity and inclusion is very in, so we can just go through all these. Otherwise, it's still rare. So if we are going to look at the kind of leadership, we can see that the team members, the inclusive leaders ensure that their team members speak up and they are heard. They're making sure that they are going, whatever they are going to propose, that will be accepted. They empower their team members to make decisions. They don't let them out alone. They take advice from them and then they implement the feedback. They give the feedback which is based on the actions, and then they share the credit for the team success. And it's very interesting sharing with you all here that of employees who report that the team leader has at least 3 of these traits, 87% of the employees says that they feel welcome and included in their team. Who? These inclusive leaders who don't have all these 6 of them, but only 3 of them, they feel that their views are welcome. And 74% says that their ideas are heard and recognized. And for respondents who reported that their team leader has none of these traits, what happened with them? Those percentages dropped to 51, 46, and 37% respectively. So these are important inclusive steps that you need to have within your organizations. And for everything, most of everything above, you need to have a very good inclusive leader. So I would like to share here a piece of research that was conducted at an international level by using a combination of qualitative and quantitative techniques. I would like to mention here that for diversity, it is very well understood that diversity is a quantitative thing. We collect people from diverse culture, nature, every diverse things. But for when there is a speech of inclusion, there the quality comes in. So what they say here, that at international level, by using the combination of diversity and inclusion, means quantitative and qualitative techniques to gain an understanding of the elements that needs to be managed to enhance the perception of inclusion in the workplace. And you see what happened when you bring both the things together. What happened? The study finds that key inclusion elements that need to be transformed at an organizational level include senior leadership, which I have already discussed. The inclusive leader is important. Then the organizational climate, where the employee feels welcomed, where employee feels that the opinions are respected. Organizational belongings, where you are involved in the mission and the vision of the organization, where you feel a part of the organization. Communication, where you communicate with them well. And then transfer, recruitment, promotion, and development. So this, keeping in view this research, again, it shows that the inclusion is a very important part. So now let me share with you some of the examples from our own perspective from Pakistan, the different companies which are very well known to us, like KFC. What you can see here, that what KFC has adopted to bring diversity and inclusion within their setup is that they believe in their people. What happened is the KFC Pakistan runs 83 restaurants in which 300 female employees working in every level in the organization. You can see from cashiers to delivery riders and from restaurant managers to leadership team members, such as GM Finance and GM HR. The GM Finance and GM HR of KFC, there are women. KFC has collaborated with a non-profit organization, which is called Family Education Services Foundation, and to hire hearing and speech impaired candidates and set up the Deaf Reach School KFC campus. Now you can see it's just an eating outlet, and what they are thinking for their employees and what they are thinking for retaining their employees. Just have a look. Then what else KFC have done? They have operated 7 dedicated stores with hearing impaired staff across the country and aim to add more to the mix soon. And yes, the chief operating officer there, the KFC Hamayo Sarju, what he says that the work that our deaf staff does in the store is amazing. It's not only gives the great pride to call them as a part of our team, but it also adds the effectiveness to our stores. And see how amazing it is. The deaf people, they can equally work as the normal people are doing. KFC also creates a culture of equal opportunity for women and is home to more than 300 female employees across the stores. That's a big achievement again. Then they have female delivery riders. For females, this doing this job is again a very remarkable success. And then KFC has also introduced all female operated restaurants at Packages Mall Lahore if you are going to see it, where everything from cooking the chicken to managing the restaurant operations is managed by the female staff members. Now, if you are going to look at another outlet of clothes, that is Khadi. Now, see what they have adopted. They ensure the safe and accessible travel for women and provides the daily pick and drop services. It seems apparently very little thing to provide the pick and drop service, but you see how much it helps the females to contribute to the work they want. It's really amazing. Khadi offers limited working hours for females, again, just to create the work-home balance. Then Khadi has a 2-day care centers. Now for female working females, it's very difficult for them to look after their children and to work at the same time. And this outlet is providing 2 daycare centers for their children, which is a very big achievement. Now, Mentor Siemens, you can see they are the world leaders in the electrical, hard and software products, and provide the consulting services. Also, what they have done, they have adopted a culture of inclusion that goes beyond filling of required quotas and promote the diversity in different ways, like offering the childcare, flexible work schedules, diversity employee networks, workplaces equipped for disabled, a very wonderful step, free gym, picking children from school. That is one of the best thing. I loved it. Why? Because picking up the children from school at the lunch, in your lunch break, and you are getting the opportunity, and you are getting the agreement from your superiors that you are allowed to go and pick up your children from your school. It's a big relief. And then giving breaks to make a friend for lunch. So these all are things, this soothes the atmosphere, relax the environment for the person to work well. After all, going through all these, examples, it's not the last, but if you can see, keeping in view our Islamic point of view, what Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, you all must be knowing it. All mankind, keeping in view the diversity, right? All mankind is from Adam and Eve. An Arab has no superiority over a non-Arab, nor a non-Arab has any superiority over an Arab. This what we are learning when we were child. When we were in class 1, 2, we are learning the same things. Also, a white has no superiority over a black, nor a black has any superiority over a white, except by piety and good action. Learn that every Muslim is a brother to every Muslim, and that the Muslims constitute one brotherhood. Nothing shall be legitimate to a Muslim which belongs to a fellow Muslim unless it was given freely and willingly. And it is so beautiful sayings of Prophet, peace be upon him, that we cannot forego this. What diversity can do. So, benefits of diversity. When we are going to adopt diversity, when we are going to have different people on board of different diverse cultures, what it gives to us? It gives to us a variety of different perspectives, because every human being is different. Every human being have a different insight. Whenever they are hired in the organizations where the people from other cultural backgrounds are also available, they are going to share their ideas, their own individual perspectives. They increase the creativity, higher innovation. You will face the higher, see the higher innovation in that organization. Your problems are going to be solved as faster as before. You are going to be in a better decision making position. Your profits will be increased and the engagement of employees will be higher. You're going to reduce the employee turnover and the company reputation is going to be improved and going to provide you a better result. So till here, I understand have given you a concept of diversity. I've given you a concept of inclusion, but I would like to ask different people who are attending this, do you think, have ever you in your life have felt excluded? Ever in your life have felt excluded? You can speak, you can answer me. So I think nobody, I think I feel like that nobody has felt excluded ever. But there are times in your life when you feel unconsciously excluded. You do not know it, but you felt excluded. Then what happens? New trends in the diversity and inclusions come in. See, first the people wants to be hired within the same organization with different diverse cultures. Now the new trends are coming in. And what are those new trends? Let's have a look at it. Diversity and inclusion is no longer black and white now. It is now a part of a larger dialogue about equity for all who come to the table with diverse perspective. Three critical insights on the trends that we are seeing in the diversity and inclusion space today includes the leadership, which is an opportunity, means trust in organizations in all the time low, in at or an all-time low, but trust in the CEOs, however, is up. We cannot maybe trust our organization, but we can always trust the CEOs. Why? Because this trust provides us an opportunity for the leaders to speak up. And about what? About the equity. You must be having a concept of equality and equity. Equality means to treat everyone on the same level. But what is equity? The term equity refers to the fairness and justice and is distinguished from equality. Whereas equality means providing the same to all. Equity means recognizing that what we do not all start from the same place and must acknowledge and make adjustment to imbalances. The process is ongoing, requiring us to identify and overcome the intentional and unintentional barriers arising from the bias or the systematic structures. Now, equality means to treat everyone in the same way, but the equity is, see, this is equality, treating everyone the same, but equity is to bring them to the same level and then treat them. In this way, diversity and inclusion is going to work. Second thing, representation is no longer enough. What we have having different people from the different diverse cultural backgrounds and we have them on board. Now we are going to ask them to represent only? No. The success in diversity and inclusion is just how long you are going to retain those diverse people, how long you are going to have them on board. See, because having them is not a problem, retaining them is a problem. So asking them to be a part of the culture is a big thing. So it will be the role of the companies now and in future also to create more and more welcoming workplaces. Oftentimes companies recruit diverse talent but don't think to recreate a culture where diverse talent can thrive. Culture is important, retaining the employees is important, and most of all, the inclusive leadership is important. So keeping in view the diversity, inclusion, and now equity, which is a new trend, because without equity, you cannot fulfill the obligations of diversity and inclusion. So the final words which I would like to say for this all is diversity has always been important in terms of driving the business outcomes we need. It's just as faster and a much higher stakes table now. You don't just need to have diversity now. You have to have inclusion to actualize it. Including people in your work, in your lifestyle, in your outcomes, in your mission, in your vision will give you a result. Only having diverse people on board gives you nothing. And then I think the second thing, which is very important and which I've already explained, equity, unless and until you are going to bring all the people, because the people are from different backgrounds, different experiences, unless and until there is an equitable experience, the people cannot come and be a part of your organization. They cannot understand you. They cannot work out with you. Because unless we don't involve them, we cannot have them have the result and desired outcomes. So this is all about diversity and inclusion. And anyone from the participants, if anyone would like to ask anything, you are more than welcome. So I would like to ask again, if anyone would like to ask anything, please, you can ask me through the chat. No? So, so I would like to thank everyone who has participated. Okay, I would like to ask the participants to please fill in the attendance form. Thank you.